Hazy sun, high clouds, and a warm breeze on Wednesday. Good Tuesday night, East Tennessee. David Aldrich, Captain Accurate here from the Captain Accurate Weather Command Center. Well, you can see it's quiet. We have lots of stars overhead. The Ultimate Doppler Radar is quiet. The Ultimate Doppler Radar presented by Matlock Tire Service and Auto Repair, East Tennessee's #1 tire shop and auto repair since 1953. You know they're doing something right. They've been doing it for over 70 years. And if you are in need of an oil change, man, I got to get one of those. Or maybe you need your tires rotated. Man, I got to get those done too. And maybe you need a whole new set of tires. Matlock Tire Service can help you greatly. Just go to matlocktireservice.com. They have 5 convenient locations in Knoxville, Maryville, Lenoir City, Athens, and Hardin Valley. Just check them out. You will love Matlock Tire. By the way, as far as the radar, pretty quiet all across this entire state. You really have to squint to find some thunderstorms in the area. They're well east of the Carolinas off the coast, and it's quiet across the Great Lakes too. You might say, wow. Everything looks pretty quiet across the U.S., with the exception of maybe a few snow showers in parts of North Dakota, and there's still some wet weather moving across the state of California. They've been hammered with some storms over the last couple of days, if not weeks, and snows across parts of the Rockies. Headlines, we're talking about a high cloud kind of day tomorrow, hazy sun, and then some afternoon rain showers on Thursday that may include a rumble of thunder. But then on Thursday, also, the afternoon, those gusts could pick up 35 to 45 plus. 35 to 45 miles per hour. Now, mainly hilltops for the 45 plus, but there's going to be some bravado, some gusto that comes into town as this front begins to approach, and that may be, if that is your trash pickup day, something you might want to take into consideration. Now, Thursday afternoon, that's when it starts to populate some of these numbers in the rainfall projections, most of it less than 1/10 of an inch by the end of the closing of the business day on Thursday at 5 p.m. But Thursday night, we'll add more in green, maybe a ½ inch by Middlesboro or maybe Jonesville or even Tellico Plains. So based on most of the amount counts, you're looking at about 1/3 to a ½ an inch, taking us through about 5 o'clock on Friday as it moves eastward. High temperature today hit 62 degrees. I was expecting 59 this morning. I was off by 3, but notice the normal. Normal high is 54. So let's see, 6, 7. So we're 8 degrees above normal. But the morning low, let's see, 6. Oh my goodness. Well, we're 8 degrees below normal. Is that right? Is that right? 6, 4, 8? Yeah, 8 degrees below normal. So we were 8 degrees below normal in the morning, 8 degrees above normal in the afternoon. But how do we stand ourselves? That's just the way life goes, right? Mother Nature, high tide, low tide, it goes back and forth. There's no cause for alarm here. None, even though the record high is 79 from 2018. Record low was 3 in 2015. So pretty amazing in the fact that we can see some variability. High temperature hit 59 in Wartburg, LaFayette, Oneida, and Morristown. It was 60 today in Tellico Plains and Madisonville, while it was only 56 in Crossville. But a pleasant day with lots of sunshine, maybe a few clouds earlier in the day. They saw 67 in Memphis. That's pretty warm. 64 in Nashville. It was 63 today in Chattanooga. I suspect we'll be back in the low 60s across the board on Wednesday. Now, the temperature outlook from our friends at NOAA would suggest it's going to be very warm between the 28th of February through the 5th of March. Now, I'm not one that would say that's wrong, although I do think there's going to be some changes. I think there's going to be some modifications, kind of like when you're driving along in your car and you make a wrong turn, and Apple Maps, Google Maps, whatever, says, buffering, turn left here instead. And so recalculating, rebuffering, that's sometimes what happens. And if you want to look at this and see if that's what you see, all you see is Team Spring with this, it's going to be warm, it's time to start planting, hold the phone. Because I don't think winter's gone. I think winter is just lying in wait. It's going to come back. If you need evidence, don't take my word for it. Just look at the modeling. I mean, you can see some of the purple areas that have retreated. They were -2 this morning in Caribou. Caribou, Maine, -2. You say, well, we don't live there. True. But if the purple represents single-digit wind chills, tell me why Winnipeg, Minneapolis, and Chicago, all that cold air begins to pour down on Friday night into Saturday. I've got some mountain snows, some snow showers for the Smokies and foothills on Saturday. That's a possibility. But then this cold air comes racing out. There's warm air too. Just like you can't substitute or separate high tide from low tide at the beach. Look at all the warmth in St. Louis and Dallas. That's the 27th. But if you think that's the way it's going to be the whole time, look at this. St. Louis looks cold there, and so does Knoxville. Really looks really cold by the time we hit the 29th. So it's going to come and go. There's going to be a lot of back and forth. So just buckle your seatbelt, because it's going to have to pack your patience, because I don't think it's going to be one thing or just the other, just because everybody's expecting it to be warm. I suspect you're going to be surprised even as we head through the Knox County spring break time frame, which is coming, of course, next month. So keep an eye on the sky. There'll be a lot of that. And if winter was actually over, like somebody declared on my Facebook page yesterday, why on earth are we getting blue paint bombs? Why on earth are we getting blue paint bombs around Kentucky and Tennessee if spring were here? I mean, if we're done with winter, those blue paint bombs should be nowhere near Tennessee, right? It should be like bottled up toward Montreal. But you'll notice some of the modeling still puts some snow in our area, and all it takes is a little bit of a change in track, and we'll see snow. Oh my goodness, snow in March? Yeah, in March, certainly on the table. And we talk about that every day with our premium members on Facebook. By the way, the Storm Prediction Center not seeing much in the way of severe weather today, clearly, but there may be a hot spot in dark green just between Arkansas and Missouri. Joplin, just north of Rogers, Arkansas, and Springfield, Missouri, may find some isolated severe storms tomorrow. Notice that we're in the clear, so to speak, but we have the potential for Thursday night, really Thursday night, for some rumbles of thunder. That's why most of us are colored in light green in East Tennessee on Thursday. So our futurecast looks like this, sliding right into 7 a.m. tomorrow. Pretty quiet with some high clouds. The winds pick up. You can see the red arrows getting a little more aggressive there by the afternoon. So 5 to 15 mile-an-hour winds tomorrow. Then with the gusts Thursday afternoon, red arrows getting stronger there and longer. I think we've got gusts 35 to 45 on Thursday afternoon before the rain rolls in. Maybe a few pockets of thunderstorms between Charleston, Pike County, Kentucky there in red and yellow, and maybe a few thunderstorms that might make it into East Tennessee. But that front moves through. There's your 7 a.m. Friday outlook. Notice most of the rain is east of Knox County. Most of the rain is east of Knox County once the sun is up. But it may linger there. It'll take you to about midday. See what I mean? It's still in the Smokies at lunchtime. I thought it was gone. Yeah, it's still there. A couple of showers may still linger in places like Newport, maybe even in Cosby, Parrotsville, or even into Wares Valley on, say, Friday afternoon. But generally the sun will pop out, and then the snowflakes on Saturday might develop, especially foothills and Smokies. We'll keep an eye on that as well. 32-year low, starry skies, patchy frost late, he says. Tomorrow morning won't be as cold. We've had 3 mornings in the 20s. We will break that stretch tomorrow because we were like 24, 24, and then this morning 26. That's cold. That's winter. People, oh, that doesn't count because it's not snow. If my heat's on, if I'm going to pay a higher heating bill, then I'd say winter's still here. And some of you have actually know exactly what I'm talking about if you are sensitive to the cold. Now, tomorrow we should be down about 28 Middlesboro, 30 in Morristown, 30 in Kingston. Those are my expected lows tonight. 62 would match today's temperature, but the way things are trending, we could be in the mid-60s. You know how this goes. 5 to 15 mile-an-hour wind. Certainly, if we're going to trend anywhere, it would be up above 62. I think we've got a good chance of hitting 64 or higher for Tellico Plains. I have 62 for Athens, 61 Jamestown, 62 La Follette, and 62 for Newport. These are my expected highs on Wednesday. Looking ahead to your Captain Accurate Weather Authority forecast, 66 on Thursday, very gusty, winds 35 to 45 for gusts, but then we bring in some showers. I got an 80% chance of rain Thursday night. Most of it trying to pull away early Friday. We've looked at that graphically, what that looks like. But then on Saturday, a 40% chance we get some rain showers, drops and flakes. Best chance for flakes will be in the higher elevations, but I wouldn't rule it out. Even if you're in, say, Cocke County, if you're in Newport, or maybe even into Wares Valley, there could certainly be some wet snowflakes in some of the foothills. As temperatures will tumble, I've got an arrow down, so it's early high of 50 and getting dramatically colder, pretty rapidly too. In the wake of this front, we're down to 27 Sunday morning. Sunday, 58, lots of sunshine, and then more showers coming in Monday, Tuesday. But I'll tell you what, this is going to be a roller coaster ride for the next 30, I'd even say 35 days or so. Even once we get into spring, it could be cold. Yes, and then you're going to want to tell the groundhog that he lied. Some of you say, oh, he lied. You tell the groundhog that. I don't think he'll be open for interviews. That's what I'm thinking, if it's cold in spring, because he called for an early spring. By the way, you take a look at this all on the Captain Accurate weather app with Pete Michaels Traffic. It's free. Just search the 2 words, Captain Accurate, the App Store and Google Play. Well, my name is David Aldrich. Some people call me Captain Accurate. It's not easy being accurate. Again, Pete Michaels, the best traffic reporter in town. It's all on the app. We'll see you here next time. Take care.